DJ Chamix on the mix.
Click on play, and then I'm gonna create my profile. I'm gonna name myself C Vibes Check, and then I'm gonna press on enter. For now, I'm gonna choose the easy mode. Okay, then we get that welcome to Car Simulator 2021 message. Let's press enter. So basically this is our garage. Okay, there's an old tow truck right there. Let's go inside and check out what we're gonna find. All right, so in order for you to move forward, on my keyboard I'm pressing W. That's moving forward. To move back, I press S. To move to the left, I press A, and then to move to the right, I press D. All right, so when you get to the door, I'm gonna left click in order for me to enter this garage. Okay, so let's just take a look around. We have an old school bus right there. All right, and then this is the car park area when we are doing our repairs and stuff. So this is the up button, this is the down button to drop the car. Okay, this is a stereo. Okay, you press on it. It's either you can switch it off if you don't want the music to play in the background, just like this, by pressing on that icon right there for the switch. Okay, but I'm gonna need that music. It keeps me going. We have our phone receiver where we take our orders. All right, and then in this corner right here we have the oil draining equipment. Okay, and then right here on the PC, that's where we order our parts online. So let's go to the, when you're bored, you can just play a bit of darts right here. Okay, let's go to the tire changing area. So your old or your new tires, they are stored right here. This is the tire changing area, and this is where you do the wheel alignment. Okay, enough about that. Let's go get our first order. All right, so we're gonna left click on the phone, right? And then there's a message here. Our car that we are going to repair right now, it's a Luxor Baronne, a 1977 car. Okay, if you have time, you can just read through what the client wants. I'm just going to take the order by clicking right here. There we have our first car to repair. If you want, you can just open the doors and see what's up, what's inside and stuff. If also you want, you can pop up the trunk. Okay, by just left clicking. You can close the door by left clicking as well. If you want to enter into the car, you just left click on that seat. All right, and then if you want to start the car, just right click and then press on this, on the ignition. All right, there is no oil in the engine, you cannot perform this action. Okay, So usually I like to start my cars first to find out how is the condition of the car. Okay, so in order for me to exit the car, I'm gonna press escape. Okay, after doing that, let me just close this door. We can take a look inside the hood. Let's just open that. Okay, so basically that's all it is. So let's move our car into the garage so that we can start the repairs. Okay, so we click. Okay, sorry, I didn't show you how I got this menu. You right click on your mouse and then you come right here where it says move the car. You left click on that. All right, so we're gonna move it to the car lift position A. So I'm gonna click on that. That position is what I showed you earlier on. So before we start working on this car, we can just check out the checklist. What exactly are we required to do? All right, so right here we need to change all these things, the brake pads and stuff, you see. At the bottom. All right, so usually what I like to do, I like to fulfill these tasks one by one. So I'm gonna start with other tasks. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to refill windshield washer fluid. We just press escape. All right, let's go to the hood and pop it. All right, let's just move over here, left click on the hood. Okay, and then left click on the reservoir so that it focuses on that. And then after doing that, we right click on the reservoir. Then we click on additional tools because I want to drain whatever fluid that is in there. All right, and then I'm just gonna long press on the lid. Okay, now it's draining, as you can see right here. It's done draining, and then I'm gonna replace fluid inside the washer reservoir. Okay, so I'm gonna right click on the lid and then click on parts and mount. Okay, and then long press on that lid. Okay, so then we start pouring our windshield fluid right there, trying to make sure that we don't spill. Okay, I think it's fine right there. So we press escape now. Okay, and then we press escape again. Usually what I like to do is after repairing anything, I go back to my checklist and see if I managed to fulfill that checklist. Okay, so we did that. Now I'm gonna change the power steering fluid. Let me press escape. Let's see where we can get the steering power fluid, the power steering reservoir right there. We click on it. We're gonna start by draining again whatever fluid that was there. So now I'm gonna long press on the lid, wait for it, and then we right click again, and then we part and mount, and then long press on the lid. Okay, let's start pouring in our fluid while avoiding spillages. All right, I think that's enough. Let's press escape. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my checklist again under other tasks. So we have managed to tick that. The next thing that we need to do is to change the brake fluid. Okay, let me press escape. The brake fluid, where can I find it? Right here under brake booster. Left click on that, And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drain first, so that we pour in some new brake fluid. All right, it's done draining, and then right click and then part and mount, long press on the valve on the lead rather, and then we add our brand new and fresh brake fluid. All right, that's it right there. I think that's that about that. Let me press escape again. Let me go back to my checklist and see if I managed to do that. Now that it's deactivated, it means that we have managed to fulfill all these tasks. Okay, so I'm gonna change the oil. That's my next task. All right, let me close the hood for now, because usually the oil will change it from underneath the car, so we need to lift it first. Right, so I'm going to press on the up button. All right, and press up again. Okay, that's good. Now we need to get our equipment which I showed you earlier on in the tutorial. Okay, right click on it and then we move equipment to where the car is. All right, let's turn around. As you can see, it's now here. So I'm gonna click on it and then click on use equipment, just like that. We are done draining, so we need to move it back. Okay, right, that's good right there. So we go, let me check our checklist if we have managed to do that. Okay, we have only managed to drain, we didn't replace the oil. So let's see how best we can change this oil. All right, so obviously we need to drop the car now. Let's see. All right, let me move over this side. All right, it's right there somewhere on the engine oil. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna right click and then click on additional tools. I don't think it's necessary because we've already drained that. Okay, so what's next is just to unmount it, and then we open that lid right there, then we replace our oil with the fresh one. And let's press escape. We also have the dipstick right there for checking the oil. Long press on the dipstick. Okay, I think it's fine because it's on the maximum right there, so we can move on with our lives. Let me go back to the checklist and see if I managed to do that task. Oh, nice. Okay, so now we go to the main tasks. I'm gonna lift the car a bit so that I can access the wheels. I think that's too high. It was fine where it was. Okay, because if we look at these tasks, see, so we need to remove the tires first in order for us to access those things. So I'm gonna focus on the tire. All right, so you focus on the rim and then long press the left mouse button. Okay, now we have to take off our nuts. All right, that's good. So I need to remove the brake caliper as well. All right, we focus on it and then we unmount. This one is rusty, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray a bit so that we can be able to unmount that. Now we need to remove the brake pads. Long press, left long press. Okay, let me go back to my tasks and see what I need to change. The brake pads and the tires. Okay, let me press escape and then escape again. We are done with that side. Let's remove another front wheel. Okay, let's start about that for now. So we need to go over to the tire changing area, which is right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate our tires. Okay, just like that. Remember, we got 4 tires, so we need to do the same. And then we right click and then we check. We go over to the second tire. Just in case you're not sure how I was able to do this, okay? When you get to the tire changer right here, just left click once like that, and then you move over your cursor to where it says separate parts, okay? And then you select your tire. This is our third tire right there. Okay, and then we right click and then we check. We're left with 1 tire right now. Right click and check. Right, so let's go and buy our new tires. Where's our PC? It's right there. So before we buy, we need to check out the specifications. So we go into the inventory, okay? This is what is in our inventory, okay? What we have unmounted on that car is right here. So we need to take note of this tire size, the size 215, 75R and 15. Okay, so that's what we need to buy. So now we click on our PC and then we click on tire sizes. Remember that is a standard tire, 215, 75R and 15. So we're gonna look for it right here. Let's see where the standard tires are. This is the standard tire, so we need 4 of them. So we're gonna put 4, and then right here it's size 15, and then right here it's 215, and then right here it's 75. Okay, make sure you're buying the correct thing, and then we buy our parts. Right, so let's go back to the tire changing area. To avoid confusion, I like to buy these parts one by one. Right, we'll come back to the tire changer. Right, then what we're gonna do now is we are now installing. We are no longer separating, so we click on install. All right, we click on the rim, and then we are taking the brand new tires, which are 100% right there, as we can see. All right, so we select. So as you can see right there, the new tire is being mounted on the rim. Right, and then I'm gonna do the same for all of them. And then we check. The next thing is to align our wheels. So we click on the wheel alignment thingy, right, and then we click on balance. So we're gonna do the same for all the 4 tires. So in order for you to rotate this tire, which means we are just matching the green arrow, and then we press on enter right there, and then we rotate again using A and D on your keyboard, and then enter. Okay, just like that. That one is perfect. Okay, and then we check. We're gonna do the same for the next one right there. All right, then we press enter. That one is done. Then we check, we go to the next one. We check, then we go over to the last one. And then we check. Okay, so before we put back our tires, all right, we need to go back to the checklist, which means we're gonna have to replace the brake pads first before we put back our tires. All right, so I'm gonna press escape, and then go into the inventory and see the type of brake pads that we are using or that we need to replace. Okay, so this is the type of the brake pads that we are using. As you can see, they are now red, which means they need to be replaced, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to our online store and then click on that PC, click on home, let me see, and then we click on calipers. Let me type here and say pads. I'm not sure if it's gonna come out. Alright, it's the one right here. So how many do we need? Let me just buy 2 for the front wheels. Alright, let me go into the inventory again and see what we might need to replace. The brake calipers, let me see if it is on the checklist. Need to focus on the car and check right here. It's only the brake pads that we need to change, so we're gonna put back the brake calipers, the ones that we already have. Okay, so we come back to the front wheels, right, left click, and then we click on part mount. All right, and then long press on that. We're gonna replace the brake pads. All right, and then we're gonna put back the brake calipers as they are. And let's screw them back. That's good. And then let's just put the tire ones to avoid going round and round in circles. We know that we are done with this with this wheel. Let's press escape and go back to the checklist. Okay, so we managed to do these 2 tasks out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 tasks. Okay, let's go over to the next wheel, next front wheel. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing right here, and then we select, then let's tighten up things, and then let's just put back the tire. Let's go over to the rear wheels. Right click, part mount, long press, and then let's screw it back. Let's go over to the next one on the other side. Let's go back to our checklist and see what we are left with. Okay, we are left with changing the fuel pump and the oil filter and also the round air filter. Okay, I'm gonna start with the fuel pump, which should be located somewhere here. Alright, there it is. So I'm gonna left long press on it so that we remove it. Then we need to go and buy it online again. Before we go into the online shop, let's check out how the pump looks like. There it is right there. That's the fuel pump. Let me press escape and go into the online shop again, under car parts, I guess. Alright, I'm just gonna type pump and press enter. There it is. We need one of that, and then I'm gonna click on buy part. Then we need to go and install it right there. Alright, I'm gonna right click and click on part mount, and then just long press. Let's go to our checklist. We have managed to change the fuel pump, so we are left with only the oil filter and this right here. So that is located in the hood of the car. So let's drop our car down right now. Right, let's pop up our hood. It should be somewhere on top of the engine right there. Okay, there it is. So we're gonna long press on the cover and then we unmount. Alright, we also need to remove this. Okay, and then let's go to the online store and purchase our items. Before we do that, I usually like to check out how they look like. Right, so it's this. Let's go into the shop. This one right there, we need one of that. Let me check into the inventory if there's something else. I guess that's it for now. Let's go back and replace it. Right click, part mount, and then left click. Right, and then we just screw that thing back on that cover right there. Let's check out what's left. We need to change the oil filter. That's the last task. Oil filter. Where can we find the oil filter? The oil filter should be somewhere under the car. Let's see where we can find the oil filter. Oil filter, where are you? Let's see, let's just try to maneuver our way inside. Is it this? No, it's not. But it should be somewhere under the engine. Let's see. That's the power steering. Where is the oil filter? Or rather, let me click on the engine itself so that I can have a better look. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Gotcha. Right there. This one. Okay. So we're gonna unmount it by long pressing. Right, let's go and buy it on the online store. Before that, let's check out how it looks like. It's a V8 oil filter. All right, so I'm gonna just type V8, hoping that it pops up. Not there. Let me try oil filter. We want the V8, remember that? There it is. Let's buy that. This is going to be our last task. then we can move on with our lives. Okay, remember where we found it. Okay, it was right here. Then click on part mount and then left click. Let's save. Let's go to our checklist and see if we have managed to fulfill anything. So the green circle and the white tick inside it means that task has been fulfilled. Okay, it looks like we have managed to do that. Right, let me just drop our car down. If you remember very well, at the beginning of this episode, I tried to start this car and it was failing to start, so I'm gonna try again to see if it's going to start this time. Let me move it to the garage entrance, which is right here. Let me open the door and then let me try to start it again. Throttle a bit. Yes. See vibes tech machine. Escape. Close the door. Now we need to send it back to the owner. Let's finish our order right here. It's gone. So I can go back inside and enjoy my music while waiting for the next job. Switch this song. Want something? Yes. If you are new to the channel, don't forget click that subscribe button, like and share this video. DJ Chamix, find the mix. See you.